I was a Baylor alum, I would be really pissed off right now, because now all of a sudden everything that school has built, it's a beautiful campus. If you drive past it, they got that beautiful stadium, they got a beautiful campus, and everything that you've built, and everything you've done, now it's just tarnished.
Yeah.
Because it's the football program, because, you know, Art Briles, he seemed like a good guy, but when you're that negligent and you're not punishing, there's no punitive damage for these players, and you continue to let them just do what the hell they want to do, that's like being a bad parent, okay? You continue to let your kids do the same thing, then they're going to continue to do as much as they can get away with. But we're talking about guys breaking the law, you know? And you could talk about other schools, and you could, even Oklahoma. I mean, there's been incidents where they've dropped the ball on some of the decisions they've made with their players.
Hey, there's no school. There's almost no schools that are innocent in the matter.
Every school, but when you're talking about someone sexually assaulting a young lady, and they're like, okay, well, we'll get to that, and not even taking it serious and finding out that. I mean, there's got to be accountability, and that's the thing that people understand is these players. It tarnishes everything that they've done. Great. We're talking about Baylor. We're talking almost like the death penalty, because I don't think they overcome this.
No,
I mean,
but I will give them credit for this. I didn't think they'd fire Briles.
Well, I mean, it sounds like they didn't have any choice, because they did an independent. Investigation with another law firm, I understand. And then they went in and did their due diligence and said, man, I can't believe this guy's still the coach here. Now, tell me this. If it's that bad and the coach is fired, how bad must it have been? Pretty damn bad, right?
Probably even worse than what we know.
All right, well, yeah. They're paying him $6 million. Meanwhile, look what Art Briles built. That stadium, RG3, all this program under his watch and everything he's done, we're talking about millions and millions of dollars that he's generated, that football program has generated to just come to this. And you cannot, and that's the thing about it. I think I disagree with what Kurt Bergstreet about them being a Darth Vader. I don't think they want to be a Darth Vader. I think that they just got to the point where winning was everything.
Yeah.
Winning was everything.
Well, I mean, Baylor hadn't been very good since the mid-'80s when Grant Tafe was there. Or Taft.
Yeah.
I
but
mean,
to take it to another level.
20, 30 years.
Yeah. Well, yeah, but that's what I'm saying. And to look where they've been vogue now, where they've been ranked in the top 10, where kids want to go to Baylor because of the uniforms, because of their offense, their flamboyant offense. I mean, what kid doesn't want to go and catch, run in that kind of offense, a quarterback? I mean, that's the highway to a great college career if you get in that system. And then just to sacrifice all that just because a player is a star athlete, and I get that. Look, I mean, you can go out and you can drink, and guys are going to make mistakes. But when it comes to those type of mistakes, there's got to be zero tolerance, doesn't there?
Yeah.
And doesn't there got to be some accountability? I mean, and think about Art Briles. Look, I mean, I don't feel bad for the guy, but think about this. He was making $6 million a year. And that's the problem, I think, too, is that they empower these coaches. They're the face of the franchise. All of a sudden, they're that franchise quarterback. They're the Aaron Rodgers of the team. They're the LeBron James. They're the guy, because they're the ones that get paid all the money. They raise the money. They go out and recruit. They win, and winning in a football program generates money. All of a sudden, things like this happen. Look what Art Briles lost. And, he may get a job somewhere else, but, I mean, it's going to be a long time before he gets it. Well,
yeah, the bad thing is, Tony, he probably will get a job somewhere else.
Well, yeah, he will. But I just think, I mean, you look at the deal with Penn, the tragedy with Penn State. Now, I think it's kind of hard to draw parallels, but it's the same thing. But
Baylor, people putting their heads in the sand, ignoring something that should not have been ignored.
And Baylor continued to capitalize on these players that had no punishment, should have been in jail, right?
Yeah.
And they're out there playing. I mean, how do you rest your morals on that? And look, I don't judge people because, man, I got so much. I'm just not in the game, but I mean, when it comes to that, how do you not become judgmental and you just like fire all of them?
Well, I think the problem with society today is a lot of people put money ahead of morals.
Oh, absolutely.
I mean, come on, look, you got Donald Trump and Hillary Clinton as your choice for president. I mean, how much worse could this country get? Unless they let Charles Manson out and let him run for president.
Republican or Democrat.
Huh?
It depends on if you're a Republican or.
It just can't get worse. Either way, I mean, it's the whole society is falling apart. There's no morals anywhere. You know, the loudest person usually wins anymore.
Well, it's a sensationalism. It's like the reality TV.
Yeah, everything's reality TV.
Right. Look how things change. People, there's people that are angry that don't have the voice of Donald Trump. And I mean, some of the things that he's saying, I agree with him. And some things with Hillary Clinton I agree with, but some things I don't. But the bottom line is that when you're morally able to get away with stuff and still be successful,
yeah,
that's really not teaching us anything. But you know what? You have to draw a line in the sand when you're talking about sexual abuse.
Yeah.
I mean, to me, there's got to be. Look, I mean, we all know we all make mistakes, but when you're actually raping a woman, punching a woman, or doing something that I mean, isn't that what we teach our kids not to do? But then we're enabling them, and so. But it all comes down to, hey, we need to win. Because every win that we have up there, a national championship, I'd like to do a research on what a national championship, monetarily, what's that mean to a university. Let's say Oklahoma. Oklahoma's won 7 national championships, right? I think something like that. Yeah. I would like to go back and see how much revenue that's generated from when they first won that national, go all the way back to even now. I'd like to see how much one of those national championships is worth.
Well, that's why you get so many small schools that don't have football programs all of a sudden throw a lot of money towards a football program.
Right, and that's how.
I mean, there's a school up here that's a Christian school university that just started a college football program, but they're starting to play next year. But I don't know if if the two have anything to do with each other, but I think they do. But they're getting ready to start a football program, play next year the first time, and they just fired 32 teachers. Yeah, it sets the precedent of every program. I mean, look at Texas. I mean, I live in Texas is a great place. I mean, my kids, they go to a great school, and it's Friday Night Lights. I mean, they don't have the Friday night team, but all these schools are amazing how much money is generated through taxes, for them to be able to afford great facilities. But the bottom line is that that's a sacrifice these schools make, and it's kind of sad that that's the way it is. And then, if you're someone that, like myself, that doesn't agree with it, or you say something, I mean, it's amazing how many people will stick up for the immoral thing that some of these schools do. Yeah. Just because you went to school there, you're a great player there, and all of a sudden you're like, okay, this is my opinion. I don't agree with that. And all these people are like defending someone's sins. And I don't understand that. Because at the end of the day, all that matters is my team winning. Unfortunately, I'll forget. I don't want to hear that. I'm watching TV. I'm in an episode of House of Cards. Don't bother me, okay? Yeah. So is that show that good? I haven't watched it yet. Everybody tells me it's good.
I think if Hillary or Donald Trump can be elected, I think Frank Underland and Claire Underwood could be the president and the first lady.
They're that bad, huh?
No, it's not that bad. I love the show, but it's mindless stuff. That's the stuff that you watch. You watch shows, and you don't have to think about all the reality aspects of it.
Yeah. But any more reality is not even reality, so what the hell?
That's right.
Hey, Tony, thanks for coming on the show. Great to have you on. What are you doing nowadays? You know what? I'm actually in the media. I'm doing some local radio here in Dallas and TV, and continue to do that. Do some brand ambassador for different companies. So I stay pretty busy.
All right. Well, it was an honor to have you on the show. I mean, anytime you get a guy that was named the best college football player the entire decade in the 1980s, that's pretty good.
Oh, just don't say which decade.
Well, I mean, that's when I was going to high school, so I'm pretty much as old as you, so I don't like to bring it up that much either. I just like to remind myself there are people as old as me. And actually, I think you're a couple years older than me because I graduated from high school in '87. So
it's so funny because when you're on Twitter, I had someone say you're just trying to be relevant. I'm like, oh, so anyone that's on Twitter that has a Twitter handle and makes comments is trying to be relevant. Well, I guess you just have to sign me up for that.
I think Twitter's stupid anyways. We just put it on there for the radio show and people follow it. So.
Absolutely.
But, hey, thanks again, Tony, for coming on. Anytime you want to come back, you're more than welcome.
Hey, thanks a lot, and I look forward to continue to follow and keep up the great work. And again, it's all about the grueling truth.
All right. Thanks a lot, Tony.
All right, bye-bye.
All right, guys, make sure you check us out at thegruelingtruth.net. You can follow us on Twitter at gruelingtruth. Make sure you go check out our sponsor, www.gridironmode.com. So, for Tony Casillas, I'm Mike Goodpaster. You've been listening to The Grueling Truth, where the legends speak.